And then the corner of my eye, I see Yusuf drop. And I'm like, I know. This is not happening right now. I looked at him and I said, you're gonna ask the question? I'm not even gonna give y'all a long intro because by the title, y'all see what this video is about. I'm engaged. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adrienne. I live in Louisiana and I create lifestyle content spanning from travel, beauty, fashion, and job hunting. Now for what y'all really here for. If I'm being honest, I've dreamed of every aspect of my proposal, wedding, all of that, but I've never really thought through what this video would be. There's 3 questions that a lot of people ask me. How did this happen? Was I surprised? And 3, what's next? Every year, my then boyfriend and I would do an anniversary shoot. We've done it pretty much every year except one, and this year would have been our 6th year. Now, I'll be honest, I did tell him that I did not want to do an anniversary photo shoot this year because I was like, you're going to be proposing this year anyway. Why do we need an anniversary shoot? Our anniversary falls the week after Valentine's Day, so we normally celebrate both in one weekend since we are long distance. I think around January, I told him, let's just do the 14th and the 15th to celebrate Valentine's Day and our anniversary. I said, pick your day. I can take Valentine's Day, you can take anniversary, or vice versa. He said, I got the anniversary. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do Valentine's Day. I was gonna drive down to him. We both live in Louisiana and that was gonna be a good time. Now, if you see my short form content, I did a whole video about like Valentine's Day date ideas and we did do that. I'm thinking I got this in the bag. I'm really good at planning dates. So I'm like, I know I'm a tough act to follow. Let me just, you know, we went to the movies, Topgolf, we ate some good food, you know, all the things. And he really wasn't telling me much about the anniversary shoot, but he did say, hey, I think I wanna do a photo shoot. Now in my head, I'm like, I told you, I don't want to do a photo shoot. He does like doing photo shoots because he is a photographer. So I was like, okay, cool. He said, okay, I have the aesthetic planned out and all that because we did once talk about wanting to do like a more fancier indoor photo shoot. So he sent me the mood board on Pinterest and was like, we're either black or white. Now when he said white, my antennas went up. I said, okay.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
But I wasn't 100% sure because he really wasn't pressing me to get my hair done, my nails done, none of that. And normally when there is something going on, he's like pretty much really encouraging me to get my nails done, makeup, all that. Like he's normally really excited, but this time he really wasn't. So I'm like, if this really was the thing, I feel like he would make sure he would tell me that. So I'm like, okay, if this is the thing, I'm gonna make sure I have a really nice dress on. So this is the dress I found on Fashion Nova under $30. So he bought me the dress and then I went and got my hair done the day before I left, I believe. This is still that hairstyle. Clip-ins, leave out. I've been doing this for a few months and it's my favorite. So yeah, everything else like my feet, nails really weren't done. I got some press-on nails from my sister, like some pink ones. I was like, these will do. In my head leading up to February 15th, I really was like, am I being delusional or is this really about to happen? I was really like, because there were some signs. What are the signs? Let me tell you. In December, he was like really adamant on going to my dad's man cave in our backyard. And I was like, no, just go in the morning. Like, don't go right now. I later found out before he left that he ended up talking to my dad. And I was like, you would talk to my dad? Like, when did you go out there? Dang. But he really didn't say much. Like, oh yeah, I just wanted to see what it looked like or whatever. And I was like, okay. Because when he came down, it was kind of like last minute. It was for my little sister's recital. And I last minute found out that I couldn't attend. So I was like, you'll just be there with my parents. He was like, oh, that's fine. In my head, I'm thinking, this is the perfect opportunity for you to ask for my hand in marriage. But I don't think it happened in that moment. And then I also saw he texted his mom like mission accomplished. And I was like, what are you talking about? What does mission accomplished mean? I asked like a lot of questions. And he was like, oh, that's just for your Christmas gift. Which made sense because he got me a really nice Christmas gift. You know, my antennas were going, I was like, I really think this is it. But as time got closer, the hair, the makeup, nails not getting pressed, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not. It's like in the back of my head, it's still an idea, but it's not the forefront anymore. He has bought a new suit for the photo shoot. And I remember being like, you don't really have to like buy a new suit. Like it's fine, you probably have something. But he bought something and he got it tailored. And I was just like, I don't recall you always getting your stuff tailored. But he was like, no, I always get my suits tailored. Okay, maybe. I really didn't try to fact check it, but I think he does. So Valentine's Day was great. We had a really fun time. And by this point, I'm really not thinking too much about it. My nails still look a fool. When we were leaving the movie theater from seeing Captain America, I saw an Ulta and immediately I was like, can we go get some press-on nails? And so these are the nails that I got. And it's so funny because he dropped me off at the front door and went to park because it was raining. I have leave out. I'm like looking in the nail section and I see he's in the store. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were coming in here. And so we're looking at the nails. I'm looking at red. I'm looking at like all these different fun colors, whatever. He's like, oh, I thought you wanted French tip. And I was like, well, no, I have some at home. I don't want to like buy duplicates. And I was like, well, what do you think? He was like, I like long nails on you. And these are the nails. And I was like, okay, I'll just get these. So happy I did that. It's the morning of the shoot, also the proposal. I'm pretty chill. He left in the morning to pick up his clothes. I figured he stopped at home as well. I'm just chilling. I want my makeup to look really nice, and I don't have my camera at the time, but I'm like, I kind of want to vlog. So I started vlogging with my phone. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It is Valentine's Day weekend, and I'm currently getting ready for the festivities that my boyfriend has planned for today. So yesterday I said like I will plan the 14th and he can plan the anniversary stuff. So, well, we decided. I asked him which one he wanted. He said he wanted the anniversary. We did our stuff yesterday. We had a lot of fun. We had an early morning Topgolf session. Also, Yusuf knew one of the people there. He gave us a $15 off coupon. So, let me do it. Yes, Lord. I'm trying something new with my base. Like, my skin looks very glossy. Hopefully, this makes a big difference because today he booked a photo shoot for us. So I want my makeup to look nice. Y'all get this, knowing he booked the photo shoot, he bought me a dress. My antennas are up. I'm like, what's going on? Is this what I think it is? I don't think it is though, because I just have a few things that I think. He's just a little too calm for me, and I just feel like if that was it, then he would be like a little bit nervous. I don't know. I've talked myself out of it. Because at first I was like very sure, like, oh, this is it. And I'm like, do I need to get my nails done? He's like, if you want, I'll pay for it if you do. But normally he can't wait for me to get my nails done. He's like, yes, here's the money. Just everything was just more casual, like, oh, you can get your hair done if you want. So, you know, I'm like, oh, well, I'm definitely gonna do it because he's not suggesting it. We'll see, y'all. I don't think it is today though. Here, like by this point, I'm really not thinking much. My press-on nails aren't on yet. I'm just vibing. Yusuf being very calm, and that's another thing too that really threw me off. Yusuf, whenever he plans something, he just can't wait to share it. Whenever I ask about the day, he'd be like, I can't really tell you much. It's gonna be a photo shoot. It's a surprise. And it makes sense because I always tell him like I like to be surprised, and I'm normally not surprised. He was like, yeah, it's gonna be good. I got some good plan for you. And I was like, okay, that was pretty normal. And all like the lovey-dovey stuff, like he says, like he always says that. So that was never gonna be like a day giveaway. I get ready, not really thinking much. And I remember when we walked out, I saw his back pocket had like a little bulge. And I said, is that a ring? But I'm like, oh no, that's his wallet. I'm still checking stuff out, but I'm like, everything's not clicking yet. So we get in the car. I know by this point that we are going to New Orleans. So we're just riding, creating a little content, showing my nails. I think it's so funny. I was like showing my hands and all this stuff because I wonder if he thought, I don't think he thought anything of it, but I was just doing a lot with my nails, trying to show the before and after and stuff like that. On our way, I'm like, wherever we're going, I know it's a public place because it's indoors. Are we gonna be the only people dressed up there? Because if you know me, I mean, it's kind of ironic because I do create content and I do like to like perform and dance and stuff like that, but I don't like a lot of attention on myself. So I'm like, are we gonna be the only people dressed up here? Like, I don't want to cause a scene. He's like, yeah, no, people gonna be dressed up, it's fine. Okay, I'm like very at peace. We pull in and he like gets out the car for a second and I create a little video. He bought me this dress and we have a photo shoot. And I don't know, I'm like going back and forth. And by that point, he told me we're going to this butterfly museum. And I'm like, okay, cool, it makes sense. Butterflies play a significant role in a relationship. I'll get to that later. And it's so funny because as we were walking up to the venue, I'm like talking about like Queen Naja and Clarence and that whole situation on TikTok, her wanting to be proposed to and stuff like that. I'm talking about that while we're walking up. So we get in and I'm seeing everybody is in regular clothes. So I'm like, Yusuf, why are we the only people dressed up here? And he was like, don't worry about it, like just don't worry about it. Naturally, I always ask questions like that when I'm like uncomfortable, but like I was very at peace. I don't know, I was really calm, and that's how I was when I met Janet. Like people thought I was gonna be like, ah! I was just really calm the whole time. So we get in the elevator and people are like staring at us, and I don't like being stared at, so I'm like, okay. We get up there and he has to go to the bathroom. So we both go to the bathroom. As I'm in the bathroom, something just hits me. I'm quickened with the memory of the significance of butterflies. Why butterflies? If you didn't see our Instagram post, when Yusuf and I made 1 year, I was like, okay, God, you know, I really like you, so I think I posted a video in the past talking about like our story and stuff like that. We might do an updated one. We're in this thing 1 year. If this ain't it, if this ain't what you want from me, Lord, I'm gonna need you to let me know ASAP, because my feelings gonna get hurt. And I asked for a sign, like show me a sign through a butterfly. Like I just need to know before this moves any further if this is really it. I remember it like yesterday. It was on the day of the 2020 inauguration. I think I was at a hotel with my line sisters, and I was on Instagram and I saw one of the filters and it had a butterfly in the filter. And I was like, is this you, God? This you? I'm gonna need another sign, please. We're sitting in a hotel, and then one of my line sisters just starts bringing up this random story, and she's talking about a butterfly. And I'm like, I'll take this. And I just sat with that. And I ended up telling Yusuf, like, I think a little bit later. So once I'm in the bathroom, I remember the significance of like, oh, this means he's the one. So I was like, oh snap, it really might be happening right now. So I get out the bathroom, we're walking, he's still very calm, and I'm very calm, but also my spidey senses are back up. To get into the butterfly exhibit, you have to like get in this closed room. If you ever been to like Tower of Terror Disney World, it's like one of those rooms where like all the people are in one room, you get some instructions, and then the door opens for you to proceed. So that's how it was. We're in there, and it's like a bunch of people behind us came, and Yusuf was like, we'll just let them go in front of us. I'm just really calm. I'm not really asking any questions anymore. I'm just looking around. That group goes and another group goes, but this time we're in the front. And so we walk into the butterfly exhibit, and immediately I'm like, where's the camera? Where's the camera? I don't see any camera. So I'm like, okay. And I know we're doing a butterfly release. So we walk in and they have like a little section set up, and I'm like, is no one else doing a butterfly release? Like, okay. We talk to the guy, and he just talks to me. He's like, you like butterflies? And I'm like, yeah. Sure, I like butterflies. As he's talking, Yusuf's like, okay, you're gonna be the one that's doing the butterfly release. And I'm like, okay. And he's kind of like positioning himself. Say this is me. He's like this, slightly trying to be behind me. And I'm like this. I'm trying to see you. Like, what's going on? The guy's talking, just talking. Honestly, I don't really know what he was talking about. He was talking about this one specific like, blue butterfly and the significance of it. And then the corner of my eye, I see Yusuf drop. And I'm like, I know. This is not happening right now. I'm hearing all these gasps from behind me, and the worker is like looking behind me. We lift the thing off. There's like a little thing I have to do to like get the butterfly out, because he was like, sometimes they don't move, sometimes they don't fly away. You can use this little flower to get it and flick it off. So I'm doing that, and then one of the butterflies lands on my left hand. And he's like, oh, that's really nice. You should turn around and get a picture of that. So I turn around and I see him there. The butterfly is still in my hand. It's a beautiful picture we got of it. It's like a little pause, because I remember I turned around with the butterfly. He's like, oh, that's beautiful. I'm looking at him and I said, you gonna ask the question? I didn't know what my reaction was. When I saw the pictures, I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, I smiled. I had no idea what facial expression I made. I remember thinking like, okay, make sure you smile, because I look to my left and I see the videographer and the photographer. I was very calm, very at peace. I thought I was either going to like be like, ah, or like crying, but that's just not my personality in general. And like I said before, when I met Janet, I was very calm. And if you don't know, like Janet Jackson, I've been loving Janet Jackson since I was 5. So people really thought I was gonna just like do backflips when I met her. But I was very calm. And that's how it was this time, very calm. He starts like his spiel, and I always remember people saying like when they get proposed to, they never remember what is said. And I was like, okay, no, I'm going to be in the moment. I'm going to be present. I'm going to listen to what he says, while also making sure I have a pleasant face, because I know there's a camera there. I don't remember all he said. I just remember he said something along the lines of the significance of butterflies in a relationship, maybe a cocoon or blossoming. And then he asked the magical question, will you marry me? And when he said it, I don't know, I was like, everything just did not feel real. I cannot believe this happened right now, because I knew, or I had a feeling, or wanted him to propose this year, 2025. I just didn't think it was going to be the second month in the year. He proposes, he puts a ring on my finger, and I look up and I see like just like 10-ish people like standing there clapping like, oh. If I'm being honest, I know he later told me like his goal is to have no one in there, because something like I didn't want is like people there, specifically like I don't want family there, I don't want extra eyes. But I'm not gonna hold you, when I turned around, I was like, ooh, it felt like it was just us in the room. It was like an outer body experience, if I'm being honest. We immediately go into like pictures, video, all that thing. We go to a different location, there's like butterflies on the screen. So it was really nice. We got a picture in front of that. And then we went to another location, another club, private club. That's how the proposal happened. I had no idea how he was going to do it. I just gave him some things that I wanted and didn't want. But honestly, I think by December, I remember telling him, I don't care what you do, I just want you to propose. But he did excellent. Like when I was in the car thinking of all the things, like the detail he was explaining things to me, I got a little emotional. I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't cry till I drove home though. It was really, really nice. The photo shoot was nice. I was very comfortable in the photo shoot. I'm not a huge PDA person, so I really liked that. All the poses, stuff like that were very like my type of vibe. Right when we were like leaving to go to like continue the photo shoot, I did ask him like, just my mom now? He was like, yes. And somewhere along the lines, I was asking all these questions. I figured out that we were having like an engagement party that night, which is fine because I told him I wanted that. The proposal happened in New Orleans. We drove back to Baton Rouge where we were, ate a little bit, and then went immediately to Lafayette. I didn't know we were going to Lafayette. I was just being a passenger princess. I stopped asking questions because he was just like, Adrian, just wait, just wait. Wait, I like to know everything. So we're driving there and I'm not sure where we're going. I'm not looking at anybody's location. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to spoil the surprise for myself. I see we're in Lafayette and we're about to head on the street and I'm like, I wonder we're going to Bon Temps because that's where we spent like our anniversary dinners and that's where we were. So funny because my heels were hurting. I would have worn different heels. So I really thought this was a proposal. So I like sat and started fixing my heels before we walked in. And this lady walks by and she looks at me and she goes, prom? Prom? Girl, it's February. And we are too old. We are almost 10 years removed from high school. Girl, we walk in the engagement party. It's very nice, very black and white aesthetic. I was very happy to see everybody. And to be honest, I knew I was not going to eat because the adrenaline was pumping. I was just walking around, talking to people, taking pictures, and we had a really nice time. I'll insert a little footage from that. There were different drawings from me and Yusef's anniversary photo shoots, and Yusef drew all of those because the first time that we had like a full-fledged conversation, he was drawing. It was in the community room at UL Lafayette, which is where we met. I actually just found some footage from that of him drawing, so like the footage you see, conversation is still there. I've not listened back to see like what we were talking about because we did that like 2 nights in a row where we sat in the community room and I helped him film him drawing for this pageant he was doing. So yeah, I'm like, oh, the details are all there. That's my proposal story. I cannot believe I'm saying this. I am so excited to marry Yusef. Like y'all have no idea. What's next? Now, if y'all don't know, a few months ago, I got laid off. So I've been on my job hunting grind. So much as I want to stay in La La Land, dream about this wedding, I know that I need to make sure I got the funds to do that. This is also a very busy season for Yusef. It's grad season. He's a photographer. He's ripping and running, getting these people their pictures, all that type of stuff. So I don't really know if right now it's the ideal time to start planning. I would really like to have a job to like really be confident and comfortable going through this wedding planning experience. If God chooses otherwise, I'm fine with that too. I'm just praying that this is a very peaceful and joyful experience. I don't want any stress. I don't want anybody to make me upset. I just want to have fun because I have been praying for this for so long. 2017, something just hit me like, oh, Yusef's different. I think I like Yusef. I just had a feeling that if we date, that's it. So this has been a long time coming. This is our 6th year. I want to enjoy this. So stay along with me for the journey. Of course, there's going to be wedding content. Now, if it's going to be my whole personality, I don't think so because your girl has to find a job and I'm documenting that experience and I'm still doing fun things after work in my off the clock series. I have great people around me that's going to be helping me, so that's exciting. We do have a proposal video coming out that we have not gotten yet, so I really want to do like a reaction video to that, and I know Yusef's also editing a video for me, so I'm excited to see that as well, because I was really hoping he vlogged his behind the scenes process. I don't think he got a lot, but he said he got some. Here's a look at the ring. He got it from a local jeweler, which I really like because especially in these times, it's really important to support local businesses. We got to stop by there because I do kind of want to get my ring taken in a little bit. They were really nice. Yusuf told me all about his process of going to the jeweler and everything, how they were really hands-on. So if you're in Louisiana and want to go ring shopping or really anywhere, I definitely recommend going to Elgin's Jewelry. This is my proposal story. I appreciate everybody who has sent the sweetest, kindest messages. It's been really great for Yusuf and I to see how excited people are because we're excited too. Walk in peace and love. God bless. And I will see you guys in my next video. Let's go plan a wedding.